Okay, now I'm going to call on Nancy. She's been my co-host. And she's going to wear a different hat. She's going to interview a couple of the members of the board of Black Alliance. Mm-hmm. I'm going to make welcome Frederick Mampio and Noa Aliu. They are both founding members of the Black Impact Alliance Foundation and serve on its board. Frederick is an established accountant, and Noa is in her final year in high school. Let's make welcome both of them with a round of applause.
Thanks, Best. Probably the best way for us to do this is I make this sound as though it's going to be really pressure filled, and it's not. I'm like, I'm going to ask each of you a question and then you must answer it. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, if you want to, I'll ask questions and then each of you can answer them. Does that sound okay? It'll be stress-free. And you can either use the mic, I know for the camera, to use the mic, but also we can just talk really loud. Whichever one. Okay. So Frederick, why don't you come up first? And I'm curious, what made you get involved? Why is it important for you to be so involved in the community? Also, it's nice to meet you, Frederick. Hello, nice to meet you. Yeah, why is it important for you to be so involved in the community?
Okay, so what I'll say is the Black History Alliance has been like an organization to bring Black people and people of African descent together, has been on the minds of people for a while. But it's the past 3 years that's when it gained strength, because we saw that there is a lot of people from African descent moving into Beaumont, and the community is growing. So that's where the idea came about. And for 7, so I do a lot of community service. I volunteer as a CRA, tax volunteer with the Beaumont Community and Family Services. Yeah, so, and I've volunteered when I used to live in Edmonton. But the idea of people of African descent coming together so that we can also share our experiences and also make an impact in the community that we live. So that is why we came together and kind of spearheaded forming this organization.
Yeah, great. And then, Noa, what about for you? I mean, you're incredibly young. I don't know if I need to highlight that, but you're incredibly young. Why is it important for you to be so involved in the community, in this community?
Thank you. Yeah. I haven't been here for long. I only moved to Beaumont about 2 years ago, and being a part of this alliance has meant a lot to me, to connect to other people and learn about their cultures and help learn from each other. I also do a lot of volunteer work around town. I am a part of the Student Activists for Peace and Preservation at the high school. And it just means a lot to me to learn from each other, to have joy together, and to teach each other many different cultures. And yeah, thank you.
No, I'm going to call on you again I have a follow-up question. I'm curious, so once you graduate from high school, how do you see your experience? Like, what do you want to see happen to the Black Alliance, and as you're looking at the role that you play in Beaumont in the community, where do you see yourself going? This isn't a job interview, by the way, even though that question just sounded really job interviewy. Sorry.
I would love for whatever the future brings for me to be able to bring the Alliance with that and expand and cover more ground than just Beaumont potentially. And personally, I would love to, everything that I learned from being a part of this foundation, to share that with people around the world.
I also feel like I'm asking you Miss America questions, which I don't mean to be doing. So your answers, I'm like, very good answers. And Frederick, what about you? What is kind of next for you when it comes, you say that you're like really involved in the community. What do you see next, your role being?
This organization, last March of last year, that's when we were registered as a society. And last fall, we had our inaugural festival, a food festival displaying different foods from the African diaspora. And this year, we've been honored with the proclamation of the Black History Month, the first time in Beaumont. And this evening, we'll be having our first Black concert, gospel concert. So, my role is to ensure that at least as we started, we grow and we impact the community. We share our diverse culture, our diverse experience with everyone living in Beaumont and the Leduc County. Yeah. And in addition to the Black History Month, so we are going to schools and also educating them about the Black History Month. Black authors are going to high schools and different schools in the community, reading their books. And currently, we have an exhibition in the Beaumont Library. So, educating the public about Black History Month. So, as you started, this is the beginning, but the hope is it will continue and impact the community, the Beaumont and surrounding community.
And a question for either of you really is, if people want to be more involved, or if they have ideas that they want to share, how can they get those ideas out? Who should they contact? How do they get the word out about those?
We have we are active on social media, so we have a Facebook, we are on Twitter, and then we are also on Instagram, and our contact is there, and we also be creating a website. So once you just Google the Black History Month, the Black Impact Alliance Foundation of Beaumont, that will direct you to any of our social media, and then you can contact us from there. We also have a WhatsApp group of members, and we are looking for more members to join because we want to impact the community. Thank you.
Within school or the other organizations that you're a part of, Noa, are people asking you a lot of questions about how to get involved? What kind of response do you have when you talk about the Alliance and how involved you are?
Thank you. Yes, so I am the social media supervisor. So if anyone wants to get involved, they can contact us through social media, and I will be able to put you into contact and put you in the WhatsApp group that Mr. Fred talked about. I always say that getting involved is essential for us to connect as a community, and as Beaumont is such a tight-knit community, getting involved is vital for all of us to work together and learn from each other.
Awesome. Thank you both so much. Those are, let's just a round of applause. Thank you so much for coming up and for sharing your perspectives. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Thank you.